If you've called into the WebEx call, we're just going to take a short break. We'll be right back in a couple minutes. If you are on the website watching the live stream, you will need to close that and click on the additional link for the merger update live stream, which IT will start, and we will begin that shortly. So with that, just to clarify, this is a post-agenda update, is that right, Judge Woodruff? We don't need to have this during the agenda meeting?
That is correct. That's the way it was noticed in the case.
Okay. So with that, we are adjourned for the agenda meeting, and we will start the Evergy update in less than 5 minutes, as soon as IT gets the stream going on the other one.
This is John. We're good to go.
Okay. Darren, are you all ready to go with your update? Darren Ives?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I am ready.
All right.
All right. Well, good morning, Chairman Sylvie, commissioners. I appreciate the opportunity to be in front of you guys today, even if it's virtually. But it's time for our semi-annual integration success update to the commission. The timing is perfect. Last week, actually, we celebrated our 2-year anniversary of the combination. So we're right on the heels of completion of our 2nd year of the merger. I do have a couple folks on the call with me today that I'll recognize, and in case you guys' questions get too hard and I need to ask for some help, but Jason Humphrey is on the line. Jason has been the director of our continuous improvement group over the last 2 years, with a significant amount of his time focused on monitoring our completion of our commitments under our merger agreements and our tracking of our merger savings for integration success. Jason recently took a new developmental role in the company. So I also have Mike Higley on the line today. Mike is taking over the lead of the continuous improvement group moving forward. So I just want to make sure you guys knew they might speak if the questions get hard. So I can't tell, is the presentation up or do you guys have it in front of you?
I'm not sure that it's being cast on the WebEx, but we should have copies of it.
My staff provided me a copy of it.
Yeah, if it's all right, I can go ahead and share through the WebEx meeting. Would that be appropriate? Because I saw that they're also casting it on the website.
Yes, that would be fine.
All right.
So, yeah, I see it.
You guys see that? Perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so the first slide I touch on then is slide 3, Sarah. So you recall when we went through the merger approval process, one of the areas where we expected to achieve savings for our organization was in the area of labor and overall headcount, primarily driven by our ability to reduce redundant support functions in the organization as we work through integration. Probably recall we had a lot of discussion about maintaining our customer interfacing employment levels, whether that be folks working in the field or in the call centers, and we've continued to do that. But as we've worked through some of our integration, we have run a few voluntary severance programs. You might recall another one of our commitments was no involuntary separation of employees as a result of the transaction. But we have run some voluntary severance programs that are listed on slide 3, been very successful in helping us move our headcounts down to sustainable integrated headcount levels moving forward. And we continue obviously to utilize natural attrition and continued redesign of our organization moving forward, but a lot of success with the 4 programs that are listed on slide 3. And then I just note we do have frequent updates on merger integration with the commission staff and Office of Public Counsel, and a number of reports that are filed with parties as well, and those have been conducted on time and in conjunction with our commitments and have gone well to this point. Sarah, if you move to slide 4. A couple highlights on slide 4. Another area that was necessary to unlock efficiencies moving forward was IT system consolidation. We have a couple of our larger ones that providing updates on in this meeting. The first one, Cornerstone, which is our internal name for that. But that's really the integration of our financial bookkeeping system, our HR system, and our supply chain system. That project went live in May and is currently going through review, going through the warranty phase. But the go live has gone incredibly well. I want to point out for the commission, because I think it's a testament to the world we live in today. We were in the midst of our most significant testing phase for go live when the COVID pandemic hit and we began working remotely. We were able, working fully remotely, to have the team complete testing and complete cutover and go live all on a remote basis. And at some phases we had well over 250 people that were involved in executing testing plans and working through that process over a number of states and in a couple cases even a couple different countries where we had contractors at, and it really went as well as we could have hoped, bringing that project live on time and as expected. Amazing where we've come in a short period of time in our remote work processes. The second one, Customer Forward, our internal name for our integration of our customer billing system. Commission might recall that a couple of years ago, we did an upgrade to our customer billing system in the legacy Evergy East side, or KCP&L and GMO legacy companies. This project is integrating that system across the legacy Westar service territory, and is currently in testing and on plan to go live in the first quarter of 2021, which will get us on one integrated billing platform across Evergy. You'll note we've had a couple different meetings consistent with our commitments with staff and OPC, and I just remind the commission that we did adopt the Evergy name and brand across all of the legacy utilities. after an extensive communication and rollout plan. And we've had outstanding success in Evergy name recognition with our customers as a result of that multi-phased approach to rollout that we conducted. So very happy with the results of that work. Sarah, you want to go to page 5? And page 5, I won't belabor these points, but a couple of additional merger commitments that we wanted to make sure the commission was aware of that need to progress or be delivered as part of our agreement with the parties that was approved by the commission. And then briefly on page 7, the last part of my prepared remarks, and we also have provided some additional details to the commission on a confidential version for your review, but merger savings were certainly a big part of our value proposition and commitment with this transaction. We're just briefly updating. We are running ahead of plan through the first quarter of 2020 on our savings, both in the period and achieved to date. As compared to the plans that we laid out when we went through and the commission approved the transaction. We do have, as expected, areas where we have achieved savings in excess of what we mapped out in the planning process, and we have areas as noted in bullet 2 under the first main bullet, where we put charters together to pursue savings that have not come to fruition. Some of that is timing, and some of that are areas where, as we've dug deeper, we just don't believe there will be the savings that we originally anticipated. So we will be going through, as we move into the second quarter here, kind of a refreshed look on the remainder of the charters that are not yet producing savings, to make some hard determinations on ones that we just really don't think will come to fruition, so we can move those into a retired category, and then reset our line of sight on the ones that we believe are timing, that there are still savings out there, but we have a couple more steps to get those, so that we have a refined plan as we move through in this third year. But again, the point being, we knew that was going to come, that there would be puts and takes from what the original plan was when we were proposing this combination. And overall, we continue to have very good success and are tracking ahead of our aggregate savings estimates that we had for this point in time in the transaction. And then the savings highlights, there are just a few examples there of some of the things that are driving us to where we've gotten to this point. But a short update from me today from a prepared remarks standpoint, but I'm happy to take any questions that the commissioners might have at this point.
All right, thank you for that. You mentioned that you were tracking ahead of projected savings through the first quarter. That was primarily pre the economic impact of COVID, since that happened towards the end of the first quarter. Do you anticipate that having any effects moving forward? I mean, we know what it's doing to utility revenues in general. Is that affecting your merger savings outlook at all?
No, I don't really think it'll have much of an impact on the savings. A lot of the savings are coming from renegotiation of contracts, with our larger size and scale, from elimination of redundant processes or redundant headcount as we continue to integrate. So I think we'll continue to see good progression on that. And you're right. I mean, we certainly we certainly have an eye to the impacts of COVID and some of the other issues involved with that, but shouldn't affect us to a large scale on this front.
Okay. Any other commissioners with questions?
This is Commissioner Reed. Don't have any questions. I just wanted to say thanks for keeping us very informed in the loop over the last 6 meetings we've had with the information, and I just appreciate it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Kinney, were you trying to get in there too?
No, I just appreciate the presentation. I'm good. No questions. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay.
No questions.
No questions.
All right. Well, thank you again for the information. It's always good to get these updates and see how it's going.
I appreciate the opportunity to get in front of you guys for this. Thanks for the time.
All right. Thank you. With that, there's no other business today, so that concludes the presentation, and we will be back tomorrow for our pop-up agenda at 3:15 p.m. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.